Hi friends and family, thanks for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. This is Ro with Bella Rose Paper Garden. So in this video today, I want to show you two journals that I created. It has a fashion and beauty theme, and I also have three ephemeras that I want to show you. They also have a fashion and beauty theme. So the video is going to be a little bit lengthy, so you may want to stop, get something to drink, and maybe to snack on. So anyway, let's get started. So let's start with this one. So they measure about, let's see, I measured it earlier, but I forgot, 5.5 and a little bit over 4 inches. And they come with a charm, bookmark, and a pen. All right, I'm gonna move this one aside. So I'm gonna try to give you lots of information, but I may forget some things. So please, if you have any questions, please post below. Okay, this is I just used a cardstock, and it has a little bit of texture on it. And then the cover here is an image of a lady, and it has a quote, "On a bad day, there's always lipstick," by Audrey Hepburn. Love Audrey Hepburn and all her movies. If you don't know who she is and you're too young, look her up and watch her movies. She's fabulous. She's from the 1950s, 60s, I believe, an actress from that time. But anyway, I stitched this here and then glued to the front. And so I created a journal charm bookmark. So let me show you that. They're all attached to some plastic chains here, and it's got like a teal shoe, a telephone, and retro telephone, because the theme is it has a retro look to it, a pink dies because I just think it's cute, and a little yellow purse. And this is from, so I wanted her to have sunglasses, because you know they had these really cool sunglasses that the ladies wore back in the 60s, and this is the only thing I could find. This is from my stash, or I call it my stash, but I have a bunch of old jewelry, and this is a pin, and this is from the 80s, so it's a vintage antique, I guess. But I'm giving it away. I've had it for a long time, and I just thought it was just, you know, really cute that it went with this. I also have a red and black one. I'll show that to you in a minute. So both journals have a crinkle seam binding closure here. And let me get that untied. Oh, let me show you the lipstick first. So it's just a lipstick that has writes in black ink. So I thought it went great with this theme. Okay, and the sun's going in and out, so the lighting may change. For some reason, every time I try to do videos, it's always a partly sunny day. Okay, so the pages, there's 40 pages, so it'll be 80 front and back. And I didn't decorate it that much, so the recipient can do more of the decorating. There's just a really simple decorating. There's a lot of cards and index cards that you can write in. So here's just a little sticker here of a lady, and that says, "Own your own dreams." Let me just go through here really quick. Lots of different papers. So you can use this for writing quotes, poetry, to-do list, or just glue in images, make collage, stickers, a daily journal for your Bible quotes, or faith, gratitude, just whatever you want to do. And you can also give it as a gift. Here's a paper sack here with some cards for more writing. And there's pom-pom trim. There's another sticker. This one says, "Have an open heart." A couple of ladies there. This one is for writing. So again, it's not really decorated. It's just really simple. so that way the recipient can do decorating. I did have some washi tape on some of the pages just for to keep it more secure. There's some journal cards in here. Okay, all right. So that's book number 1. And here's book number 2. So here's the lipstick. So cute. And then here's the charm. So here's the sunglasses here. Now please note that they are old, so there's a little bit of fading. And maybe a little crack here, but it's not too bad. Here's a dies, here's a pink shoe, here's a retro phone and a purse. Okay, and this one says, life is a party, dress like it. Another Audrey Hepburn. So if you're into fashion and beauty, or know someone that is, this is a great journal. And that one says, love your fabulous self. There's some journal cards here. That one says, today is full of possibilities. So I do have positive quotes in here. Always try to be positive. So this is very similar to the other journal. This one says, be brave with your life. There's an image of a retro lady here. Journal cards. Oh, and I also will include some extra goodies with, I always include extra goodies with every order, and I try to coordinate with whatever you buy from my shop. I always try to give you goodies that'll you can use to coordinate with whatever you buy. Okay, so lots of different pages. Journal card and index card. Okay. All right, so those are the journals, and then let me grab the Ephemera Packs. Oh my gosh, hopefully I'm not dropping it all over the place. Okay, so they are basically the same. There's 3 of them, and they do have a color scheme. So this one has a red and green color scheme. So let's start with I should have organized this better. I was carrying them all from my craft room to the kitchen. So they all have some kind of paper. I thought this was cute because little girls are looking at slippers. So they'll all either have a book page or papers. And then they'll have an image of a lady. Where's the other one? Hold on one second here. So there's like an image that I started with. Okay, so like this one, I really love that. So I started with these images here, and I thought, oh, let me do red and green. So this are the images that you get with that. And they all have a vintage bingo cardstock. You could use this to collage on, a cover for a journal, or use it as a pocket. You can cut it up if you want to. This one has an alteration tag. I don't think they all have that, but they all have either one doily or 2 doilies. They all have a bingo card. They all have a vintage Viewmaster reel. This one's Lost in Space because these are all retro 50s, 60s style. And then they all have an ad for beauty. So, and they all these are printed on photo paper. I really love the way that looks. And then they all have some kind of vintage style receipt. They all have a vintage Avon receipt. And this one has a while you were out sheet. I think a couple of the packs have that. They all have vintage money, tickets, and they may have tags, a playing card, a card with a semi-gloss card with a positive statement. They all have these cute, funny, really funny, humorous stickers. A vintage math flash card, a lady, a sticker of a lady, and then various stickers. And retro lady stickers, floral die cut stickers, and different stickers. And here's another retro lady. And they all have these two Tim Holtz hanger paper clips, because I thought that was great for the fashion theme. Okay, next. Okay, so I have this pink and yellow colors. So this one comes with these papers that you can cut up to use as tags, pockets, belly bands, whatever you want to do. The bingo card. This one has an alteration tag. And then let me find the images here. So this is what I based the colors, was this lady. Isn't she pretty? I love that. I love retro style and vintage style. Here's an Avon receipt. And here's one's vintage style receipt. It's not vintage, it's just, it looks vintage. And a couple of doilies. Bingo card. This one has a tag that I cut from light card stock. Math flash card. Money. This one has that semi-gloss card, Be Your Own Kind of Beauty. And then this one has a Captain Kangaroo vintage. This one's out of print, so this is that means that's it. You're getting something that's vintage and out of print. Love Cap. Do you guys know Captain Kangaroo? Again, if you're my age, I'm about 60. I'll be 60. Love Captain Kangaroo. Tickets. And then here's an ad that I printed on photo paper for Avon. And then here's a retro lady sticker. This one's a Coca-Cola playing card. And then we've got a die cut here for flowers. Another die cut here. Those are both from Tim Holtz. And we've got our funny sticker here. Here's another funny sticker. Here's a sticker and a retro lady. Another retro lady. And then we've got floral stickers, if I can pick them up. Okay, these are the clear flowers, and then the hangers. Okay, and then we've got one more. Okay, all right. This pack has cardstock. This one has a texture to it. It's flocked. And then let me get the images here. And I use this image as my main image here to get the colors from. And there's these two ladies here. So pretty. We've got the bingo card, alteration card, another bingo in teal color. Then here's the vintage style receipt. I think it's in French. And here's the vintage, this is vintage Avon receipt. Okay, and then we have, this is a an ad here for lipstick. And then this is another Lost in Space vintage Viewmaster reel. Here's money. This is a tag that I cut from paper. Doily. Playing card with a fashion lady on there. And this one is the positive card, positive quote. We have the flash card and a retro lady. She's holding a flower, like those other women in the image. They were holding flowers as well. And then we've got tickets. I think this is Tim Holtz die cut. And did the sun disappear? Let me see. Can you guys still see? Okay, good. Alrighty. And then here's a funny, I love this one. Don't rush me. I'm waiting until the last minute. And then this one says, I should have read the other ones, but you can see it in my Etsy listing. You'll be able to see it. When you make it yourself, it's whatever size you say it is. That's hilarious. Okay, and this one has a positive quote. There's a yellow plant or flowers. Here's some more flowers. And then here's the couple of hangers. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And it's been over 15 minutes. That wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be 30. I hate to do really long videos, but thank you guys for hanging out. And if you have any questions, please post below. If you like my content, please hit the like button and subscribe. And my Etsy shop is posted below. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.